And we are back in the building, back with some more boxing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and all that good stuff. Now, guys, now that the cat is out of the bag, who Anthony Joshua's next opponent will be, there's been some criticism whether or not the fight should be an exhibition or should it be a sanctioned bout. He's fighting Francis Ngannou, if you didn't know, the Predator. Who's an MMA fighter. But before we get into that, I want to read what Eddie Hearn had to say about the fight on his verified X Twitter page, formerly known as Twitter. So he says, tonight we confirm it's a done deal. At Anthony Joshua versus at Francis Ngannou collide on a huge night in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Press conference January the 15th in London with full details dropping soon. So guys, the press conference is right around the corner for this fight, and I think it's a good thing. I know some people don't like it. Whether or not it will be sanctioned or not, we'll see about that. But I think some people do have some concerns. There's some concerns here I see in this article about the downside of Anthony Joshua picking Ngannou over guys like Hrgovic and Zhang. I know a lot of hardcore boxing fans would rather see him face, a couple of those guys, because they're actual boxers. But I don't really have a problem with him facing Ngannou for one particular reason, and I think that reason is bringing more eyes to the sport of boxing. Ngannou has a huge following, a huge MMA following. And I think that only enhances the sport of boxing in a sense. As long as these crossover fights are entertaining, bringing more eyes to the sport is important. Now, I know they're doing it from a standpoint of generating revenue. And, they have to do that because it is prize fighting. They want to make money. It's a business. So, they want to make money. And I think this was, this was the better fight when it came to the revenue generating outside of Hrgovic and Zhang. They were going to make more money on this fight, and I think it makes more sense because you bring more fans in, and then you have an undisputed fight between the winner of Tyson Fury Usyk. If Joshua, of course, wins the fight, you got more eyes watching that. You might have Anthony Joshua might make more new fans in this Ngannou fight. So I do see the method in their madness. Now, a lot of people think, this type of thing makes a mockery of the sport of boxing. And I think a lot of that had to do with Tyson Fury's poor performance against Ngannou. And Ngannou put on a pretty good, he handled himself pretty well in that fight. I think the problem with Tyson Fury was he didn't prepare well for Ngannou because Ngannou was an MMA fighter. He took the guy lightly, and the guy dropped him in the fight. And, it kind of shined a bad light on the sport of boxing. Not only that, I think it made Tyson Fury's stock drop a little bit. So I think, some people are weary about that, and I can understand that. Now, another problem people have, what if Ngannou beats Anthony Joshua? What does this do for the undisputed matchup between the winner of Tyson Fury and Usyk? Does that throw a monkey wrench in the plan? Which is something, I think people, should be concerned about. What if Ngannou defeats Anthony Joshua? We saw what happened with Deontay Wilder losing to Parker and messing up the March 9th bag between him and Anthony Joshua. That's a legitimate concern. But honestly, in my opinion, this is my opinion now, I don't think Anthony Joshua fans have nothing to worry about. I don't think Ngannou can beat Joshua. I think Joshua is too seasoned. Joshua's been very active last year. He fought 3 times. I think Joshua saw Tyson Fury take this guy lightly. And I don't think Joshua's going to do that. I think Joshua's going to be fully prepared for Ngannou. Joshua is a great fighter, guys. I think he was trying to find himself for a while, and now, he's back to his regular form, and I think he stops Ngannou. I haven't picked a round yet, but I think he stops Ngannou in this fight, so I don't really see Ngannou messing up the back for Anthony Joshua. I just think this is a more calculated move due to the fact that, you know, it's it's a bigger move for revenue, and he's I would say the weakest opponent out of those three that they had on, lined up out of Hrgovic, Zhang, and of course Ngannou. I think he's the weakest of the three. He's only fought one time, and he's not going to be. I don't think he's going to be a problem for Joshua. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think he's going to be a problem for Joshua, but I think it will be entertaining because the fight with Tyson Fury, that was an entertaining fight, and it's prize fighting. Like I said, it's all about, generating the most revenue. That's why they're in Saudi Arabia. These fighters want to get paid. They want to make a lot of money. Saudi Arabia is the new thing now with boxing. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about him picking Ngannou. Are you satisfied with that? Let me know if you don't like it. Some boxing fans don't like this. They think, like I said, it's a mockery of the sport of boxing. I don't really have a problem with it, guys. I think, the more eyes you bring to the sport, I think the better. Long as it's entertaining. That's my big thing. Long as it's entertaining. But you guys let me know how you feel about this situation in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.